Right, time to leave these beaches of Normandy and make my way in my van over to the west coast of France.
Babe, why can't you see? No hope in what's left of me. I had to tell you before I fall asleep. Sitting there on the edge, babe, not knowing which way to lean.
So, we have emptied bins, we have got diesel, we have found John's filly-uppy thing, and we are filling up with water. And then we've yet to have the conversation of, do we try Pete's vending machine?
I knew you'd do that.
It's lunchtime! So, I do need to pop in the shop, so I'll take you with me. And yeah, we'll let you know how we're going with this. I love as well that you have these here, so you can check how much everything is. You just go $4.70, and it's $4.70. So all is good with the world. More of these in the UK, please. 6 can of own brand Cola Zero, $2.20. I'll save me $1.30 wherever I can. So after I won't say an argument as such, but a very stilted disagreement with the lady on the checkout in the Super U, I've got my change for the car wash, I've got my shopping. I didn't film the end of it because it was bleh. Honestly, yeah, there was a slight disagreement of what form of currency was being used for which items, and then she told me she didn't care and that I should just go into the town instead. Oh, Google conversation for Google Translate app is brilliant for allowing a conversation even if it was slightly heated. Soaking. Nice clean bands. Well, it wouldn't be a day without a disaster, would it? So I pulled out my washing up liquid from under the sink to wash up after making some Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and the washing up liquid bottle was wet. I had a little leak from a spray bottle, so I thought it was that. Turns out it is not. So the tap, where the pipe comes into the tap at the back, it's quite a snug fit, and you know, being able to get your hand in there to screw things and stuff. So it is a very, very, very snug fit. The man is on the case, of course. I did all the fault finding. I went, it's leaking! And then he came over. So I did the fault finding, didn't I? Yeah. So yeah, so it's good. So it's not good. But yeah, so we're just going to try and figure out what we can do to stop it, because it's not leaking. It is peeing out at a rate of knots. So it wasn't the end we thought it was. It was the bit of the elbow bracket that goes into the back of the tap that wasn't watertight. We actually did all of this, and then I remembered that what we actually did was brought all the pipes into the sink and then did everything in the sink rather than faff around underneath and behind the sink. So that's that. Good morning from a slightly remote park up. That road there was just a little busy from 6 this morning, so I reckon it was commuters. It's beautiful. Got some walks here. Lots of people like to come for a run. There's a picnic bench. Picnic bench there. That is a picnic for mosquitoes, it seems. If you sit there, then the mosquitoes come and eat you rather than you eating your food. Thankfully, I've got 1 or 2 bites on my legs, but thankfully my original thoughts were correct in a way of, once I've got that initial reaction, that my body can handle the mozzie bites a little better. So it's just a little bit itchy. So hopefully that's going to stay that way and not go mental. We are just ready for the off now. We have about an hour and 25 minutes, I think, drive. And then once we get there, we're going to get to a little area in a village that I can't remember, but no doubt I will tell you later, for a little stop off. And then hopefully the next stop is going to be the west coast of France. I am desperate for seaside. The Normandy beaches were lovely, but my goodness, the sea was rough. It was ridiculous. So yeah, I'm looking forward to some west coast beaches and a bit of chilling time. We can slow right down, then we'll have 3 weeks then once we get over there to get down to Bilbao for the start of the Tour de France. So cannot wait. So let's get this drive on this beautiful, glorious day done.
Tripping all over me. Tripping all over you. Tripping all over me, yeah.
Right, so this little town we're in is called Grand Fougier. I'll write it down there. Grand Fougier, and it's got an air, which is where we are at the minute. And apparently the village is lovely, so I'm going to go and have a walk in and see what it's like. Yep, John's found a shady spot to wait for me. You ready, cockle? Smashing.
Need a dime. I took a dive for an API. Babe, I want to give it all to you. Give it all to me, babe, and I give it all to you. Give it all to me, babe, and I give the world to you. Tripping all over you.
I just found it's in a little building. I thought it might be air conditioned, but I was wrong. And it's got all local products and things in these vending machines. And it looks like all across the top that you can see which farm or which local producer has put the stuff in. So I mean, you've got like a kilo of local honey and coffee and eggs and carrots that look like they've just been picked and peas. A whole chicken. You've got potatoes and veggies. So for a kilo of courgette, kilo of potatoes, kilo of carrots is €9, and they grew it. How cool is that? So we found a pizza place. So we've stopped like you would do, because this is what it's all about. You stay at the air and then you come and eat out in the little villages. And the pizza here is the same price as the pizza vending machine down there, and it's also the same selection too, so I'm assuming that it's the same place that does it. So yes, I've got my pint of Lancelot and I'm a happy girl. I'd say a lovely quiet night, but that road is a bit busy. But you've got emptying stuff over there. It's a proper little air. Excuse the spinning. You get given lovely big spaces. So it is all lovely. And of course the town, as you saw, is beautiful and has really good pizza in it. But for now, we are moving on again, and this is our intermediary stop before we get to the coast. We are going near Saint-Nazaire, I think it is. So we're going to go there now. We're going to just stop off for some super glue, hopefully, to fix my tap. We started watching something on Netflix yesterday. It's called The Tour on the Edge or something like that, and it's about last year's Tour de France, and it follows 2 teams for each episode, going through them all. John recognises some stuff when he was there, and it's just getting us all excited, ready for the kick-off in Bilbao. I don't think we're going to go into the centre itself. We'll do the Grandy part and sort that out once we're away from the centre, because getting parked, I mean, even just in the motorhome last time we did it was ridiculous. So getting the 2 vans, we'll just find somewhere out of the way so he can pick all the nice park-ups. Look at the size of these holes. It's so hard to clean in there, and we've had nothing to do that would fit in there. However, we've just been the shop. So I've now got me a wheel cleaning brush. So I'm ever so excited that I can give my wheels a proper bit of a clean now and get them done properly. So I've got a lovely park up at the minute. A bit busy yesterday. There was a fishing tournament, I think, with loads of kids, because there's a lake just at the back of us. So I've just been chilling for the weekend here. We've got a couple more people joined us, a couple of vans I should say, so I'll show you around there in a little bit. But it's a nice Sunday morning. We're actually getting some proper chill time, which I think we needed. So it's quite late in the day. I've been out in the sun, as you can see, and I forgot to record anything for you because that's the kind of YouTuber I am. And I'm spilling my brew everywhere. Hello. So as you can think, I'm saying hello to people, and it's not John, is it? No. No?
Actually, I shouldn't have said yes, should I?
Oh yeah, no.
Hello!
And the handsome one, let's not forget the handsome
The
one.
most important one.
Yeah, the important one. So is AJ and Emily. And Jodie is having an early night over there. So that is it. These are my people. So I'm going to drink my brew and eat my crisps and chill out for the night. Well, this is our leave-in morning. We've been here for 3 nights, which is how much we just like to push it. We don't do really any more than that. Having this lovely lake pond behind us has been lovely for walking around, but mostly we have just chilled and hardly picked up cameras, and it's just been lovely. And it's probably been the first entire full day on a Sunday that I've not picked up my laptop. So that feels really, really good, just to have had that little bit of a clean thing of not doing it, and of course getting to spend time with your mates as well, which is always nice. Me and John are going to head off and go and find the coast, I think. We've picked up a spot that's right by a load of oyster huts right on the coast, so... You know what this means? We've just got to our park up, which is lovely. Got trees, got the beach just there, and a husband on a bike just there. So we're just going to go stretch our legs for a little bit and have a bit of a ride before it gets too warm, because it's 12:15, so we'll get a couple of hours in and then we'll... Well, we're back from the bike ride with smiley faces and flat batteries, which is always a good sign. I fell, didn't I? Mm-hmm. I fell. We were trying to get through some sand. We didn't put the cameras on for riding. We just thought we'd just stretch our legs a little bit. And it would have been probably one of the best bloopers that I could have got if that had been caught on camera. Because John stopped because the sand was getting too steep, deep, soft and deep. So John stopped, and I'm like, I can do this. And I go past him and don't see the fact that there's like a hole. And as soon as my wheels hit the sand, they just slid away. So I just went, and that was that. And I think I'm still covered in sand. I think I'm probably still going to be covered in sand because, of course, I put suntan lotion on as soon as I went out. So, yeah, good stuff. Nice stretchy. There's lots and lots of like oyster catching huts and things. And there's a 24 hours, 7 days a week vending machine for oysters, just in case you're ever desperate for them at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's very beautiful, very nice. I do like the beach. Oh, hello. So, it's a lovely peaceful night here underneath the trees. This is a little air. No services at all in this one. And it's got some cracking views. I'll show you. Just cheat and go under the fence. You ready? So you've got all of these oyster huts just here. So all of these go all the way down there, and I think the towns either side will sell them fresh. The tide could have been done with being in at some point when we were knocking around yesterday, because I would have loved to go for a paddle, but each time I've come, the tide must come in at night maybe. It's been, the tide's been well out, and I'm going to get stuck if I go that way. That just looks like quicksand. So yeah, so this was just a very quick overnight stop, but we're contemplating the idea of going to Spain for the week before the Tour de France kicks off, purely because, well, one, we love Spain, so we do a bit of north coast of Spain, get some tapas in and stuff like that, but also the shops and the fuel is so much cheaper, so we can do a little bit of a stock up before we start heading off towards the middle of France and racing around for an entire month without chance to get to supermarkets much. So yeah, let's get going. So I'll leave you with some cornflowers and poppies blowing in the breeze and end this video here. So thanks very much for coming along on this one, guys. Hopefully we'll find lots more sunshine and lots more decent things to do, but no doubt there'll be some changes of mind and redirections chucked in there for good measure too. So take care everyone, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye.